Good evening, I'm Kathy Matura. You're watching Luntha TV News, broadcasting from the Bishop Navy Media Center here today and will be laid to rest in Gatabe on Friday. We ask for your prayers for his soul and his family. In this moment of grief, we are reminded of the dignity of every human person and the hope of eternal life, cornerstones of our faith. Now, the headlines. Pope Leo XIV calls on parents to protect children and adolescents from AI manipulation. Luntha TV videographer Michael Scott Masse to be laid to rest in Katabe on Friday. Federation of Disability Organizations in Malawi FEDOMA calls for deliberate employment measures for persons with disabilities. In international news, Gabon researchers test promising single-dose malaria treatment. And now the news in detail. In news from the Vatican, Pope Leo XIV has called for stronger global efforts to protect children and adolescents from the growing risks of artificial intelligence, AI, warning that minors are particularly vulnerable to manipulation through digital platforms and algorithms. Speaking on Thursday at the Vatican during the conference titled The Dignity of Children and Adolescents in the Age of Artificial Intelligence, the Pope emphasized that safeguarding young people's dignity must go beyond mere policy frameworks. He said the world must invest in proper digital education that equips children, parents, and educators with the tools to navigate the complex online environment responsibly. Vatican News report read by Fales Chizombe.
The pontiff observed that AI is rapidly transforming various aspects of daily life, including education, entertainment, and communication. While acknowledging the potential benefits of AI, he expressed concern that its influence can easily extend into areas that compromise the safety, privacy, and psychological well-being of minors. Pope Leo XIV noted that AI systems, often driven by algorithms that learn from user behavior, can subtly shape children's thoughts, preferences, and decisions. He warned that such influence can lead to dependency, manipulation, and exposure to harmful content, calling for increased vigilance from both families and educators. The Pope also urged government and international organizations to take stronger measures in designing and enforcing laws that protect minors in the digital sphere. This includes updating existing data protection regulations to address emerging risks linked to AI and ensuring that tech companies adhere to ethical standards in developing and deploying AI systems. In closing, Pope Leo XIV reiterated that the protection of children's dignity in the age of artificial intelligence must be viewed as a shared moral responsibility.
The body of Luntha TV videographer Michael Scott Masse has been taken to Nkatabe district, where he is expected to be laid to rest on Friday in his home village of Kajula. According to his uncle Issa Masse, the late Scott was found dead on Wednesday, November 12th at his home in Kawale, Lilongwe. Masse was a talented and dedicated media professional known for his passion and commitment to his work at Luntha Television, where he contributed immensely to the station's visual storytelling. He will be remembered as a kind and hardworking individual whose work touched many lives. May his soul rest in eternal peace. The incorporation of indigenous knowledge into science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM education has been identified as a crucial step toward promoting homegrown solutions to challenges faced by African countries. This was highlighted on the second day of the Conference on Science, Technology, and Mathematics Educators in Africa, COMSTEDA, currently underway in Lilongwe. According to Caroline Taliba from the Uganda Ministry of Education, her country has made science subjects compulsory in schools, a move that has led to increased student enrollment in these disciplines. Robert Edward has filed this report.
Researchers, educators, mathematicians and scientists from across Africa are continuing the second day of banging heads of how to promote science and mathematics education in the African continent's schools. On Thursday, incorporation of indigenous knowledge to decolonize STEM curriculum took center stage, with Uganda saying current African STEM curriculum textbooks have westernized science despite people living around science itself.
The situation that is in Malawi is not any different from what it is in Uganda. Generally, I think it is an attitude issue that everyone out there thinks that sciences are very complicated and very difficult. But one of the things that we are doing in Uganda is to make science functional. For whatever you're learning in science, connect it to the environment, connect it to what the learners experience, so that one, we deal away with the fear of the subject. Two, that they are able to see the reason why they are doing the science.
In Malawi, lecturer at Chiradzulu Teacher Training College, Veronica Ntawali Kaunda, thinks encouraging local languages for easy students' expression during classes will help students understand the STEM education better.
The discussions that are here, they are so helpful, especially in making sure that our curriculum in Malawi responds well to our context. And right now, I think it's coming at the right time where Malawi Institute of Education is reviewing the curriculum. I think so these discussions will ensure that whatever is included in the curriculum should respond to the context of Malawi.
The conference will run until Friday. The unified voice during the conference has settled for Africa having potential to dominate in the STEM education in the world. For Luntha, this is Robert Edward.
President of the Economics Association of Malawi, ECAMA, Dr. Bertha Chikadza, has urged government to create a stable policy environment and invest in key infrastructure to enhance the competitiveness of the country's manufacturing sector. In an interview with Luntha TV, Dr. Chikadza noted that Malawi's manufacturing sector remains modest, contributing less than 40% to the GDP. She emphasized the need to align industrial policies with the Malawi 2063 vision by promoting sustainable growth through agro-processing, textiles, and small-scale manufacturing, which can generate foreign exchange, create employment, and drive long-term economic development. More in our report filed by Gift Kalonga.
As the Malawi government intensifies efforts to promote industrialization, various stakeholders have urged authorities to prioritize the manufacturing sector and energy development to drive sustainable economic growth. Speaking with Luntha TV, Dr. Chikadza said that Malawi's manufacturing sector remains modest, contributing less than 40% to the gross domestic product (GDP). She highlighted that the country has been aligning its industrial policies with the Malawi 2063 vision, focusing on sustainable growth as a key driver of long-term development. She added that priority sectors such as agro-processing, textiles, and small-scale manufacturing have the potential to generate foreign exchange and create employment opportunities if properly supported. However, she noted that local manufacturers continue to face challenges, including foreign exchange shortages, limited access to affordable loans, inconsistent tax and trade policies, and poor infrastructure in energy, transport, and logistics. Dr. Chikadza further said these challenges have increased production costs and reduced the competitiveness of local industries, making it harder for them to grow and capture market share amid cheaper imports.
Malawi's manufacturing sector is still modest, accounting for under 40% of its GDP. However, the country has actively worked to align its industrial policies with Malawi 2063. We've seen with a focus on sustainable growth as a key element of long-term development. And when we look at the priority sectors, we can talk about the agro-processing, can talk about the textiles and small-scale manufacturing, with efforts underway to develop industrial clusters that can compete regionally and actually generate maybe foreign exchange, employment, and so on, and also channel us on the path to Malawi 2063.
However, the ECAMA president has called on government to address macroeconomic issues such as foreign exchange shortages, maintain policy consistency to build investor confidence, and prioritize investment in energy and transportation infrastructure to reduce production costs and promote industrial growth. For Luntha News, this is Gift Kalonga.
The Federation of Disability Organizations in Malawi, FEDOMA, has urged government institutions and private sector employers to take deliberate measures that promote the employment of persons with disabilities, saying the country has strong legal frameworks but weak implementation. FEDOMA Executive Director Simon Munde made the remarks in an interview with Luntha Television, where he expressed concern that despite constitutional guarantees and recent legislation, persons with disabilities continue to face discrimination and exclusion in the job market. Cherit Chilanga has filed a report read by Tandiwe Msumara.
Munde said although Malawi's constitution, particularly Section 13, Paragraph 6 and Section 30, calls for the promotion of policies that advance the inclusion of persons with disabilities, the country has not done enough to translate those provisions into practical employment opportunities. He noted that many qualified persons with disabilities are often left out during recruitment processes, especially when they disclose the nature of their disabilities, describing the situation as unfortunate and contrary to the principles of equality enshrined in the Constitution. The FEDOMA Executive Director also called on the government to take proactive steps in enforcing existing laws that safeguard the rights of persons with disabilities. He highlighted that the Persons with Disabilities Act of 2024 empowers the Malawi Council for Disability Affairs, MACODA, to ensure equal access to employment and to act on cases of discrimination, including referring such matters to law enforcement authorities.
Persons with disabilities have been facing such kind of challenges in terms of access to employment. It's been quite a very serious challenge. However, we have quite some strong legal framework in terms of promotion of employment of persons with disabilities, much as it hasn't really been very comprehensive in coming up with deliberate measures in the promotion of employment of persons with disabilities.
Munde expressed optimism that with strengthened enforcement and collaboration among stakeholders, employment opportunities for persons with disabilities would significantly improve.
You're watching News Live on Luntha TV. We take a short break. Stay with us.
Join the fight against gender-based violence. This year's 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence campaign is here. Under the theme, Unite to End Digital Gender-Based Violence in Malawi, the Republic of Malawi will from November 25 to December 10 come together to prevent online abuse, support survivors of online abuse, demand justice for online abuse victims, and promote digital safety and accountability. Let us all join the movement. Remember, the dates are November 25 to December 10, 2025, and the launch will be at Kwisa Traditional Authority, Mato, Kadola in Balaka district on 25 November from 8 o'clock in the morning. The guest of honor at the launch is Honorable Mary Navicha, MP, Minister of Gender, Children, Disability and Welfare. Let us unite to end digital violence against women and girls. Together, let's make a difference. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Gender, Children, Disability and Social Welfare through Luntha Television with support from the Norwegian Church Aid and Dan Church Aid, NCA DCA Malawi.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Luntha TV News and I'm Kathy Matura. Before we proceed, here is a recap of the news making the headlines of this hour. Pope Leo XIV calls on parents to protect children and adolescents from AI manipulation. Luntha TV videographer Michael Scott Massey to be laid to rest in Nkata Bay on Friday. Federation of Disability Organizations in Malawi FEDOMA calls for deliberate employment measures for persons with disabilities. In international news, Gabon researchers test promising single-dose malaria treatment. Moving on, one of the members of parliament from Zomba district, Bester Awali, has expressed support for calls urging parliament to consider allowing the use of local languages during deliberations. Awali made the remarks after receiving a petition from the Center for Democracy and Economic Development Initiative, CDED, and the Lost History Foundation, who jointly petitioned Parliament to adopt the proposal. He described the petition as timely, noting that several other countries have already started implementing similar initiatives to promote inclusivity and national identity. He shared his views with our reporter Robert Edward.
Yeah, it's a very good day today to have received a petition from CDET and the Lost History Foundation. I should say that the petition has come at the right time, where Parliament wants to engage itself closer to the people. So if Parliament wants to move closer to the people, the language that has to be used is the vernacular language, because most of the multitudes in the villages cannot understand the language that we use in the parliamentary proceedings, that is English, the Queen's language. So we need to embrace the vernacular language that people speak, that people can understand, so that as we move closer to the people, we should be on the same page. So the next step is that when I've received this petition, I'll hand it over or submit it to the Speaker of Parliament, and the procedures will be followed so that it should be tabled on the floor.
Meanwhile, CDET Executive Director Sylvester Namiwa has emphasized that citizens who elect members of parliament deserve to understand what their representatives are saying in the August House. He added that using local languages would strengthen accountability and enhance public participation in governance. Here is part of what Namiwa had to say.
It appears we inherited a lot of things from the colonial masters, the British, including the language. Now it's high time that we need to question, we need to begin to integrate some of these things we copied. Because we are known to be copying and pasting, but we have got our own finer brains. Almost 61 years of independence, we need to be questioning why should we campaign in indigenous languages, and we send those members, we claim they are our servants, they go into the house and begin transacting business in English. We want and would like Parliament to immediately enact laws and legislations that should help them incorporate local languages, so much that these people, they should connect directly to those people that voted. it doesn't make sense whatsoever that someone who was campaigning in vernacular should come, was campaigning in vernacular and should come back into the house and speak exotic and foreign languages. So we would like to believe that this petition marks a journey. As a country, we need to interrogate most of the things we copied wholesomely from foreign nationals.
The Malawi Prison Service has intensified efforts to enhance rehabilitation programs in correctional facilities across the country, aiming to equip inmates with practical skills for successful reintegration into society. According to MPS spokesperson Steve Meke, the initiative includes upgrading industrial workshops and expanding vocational training opportunities designed to empower prisoners with hands-on expertise in various trades. Judith Organ has more in this report.
Mecca confirmed that the service has upgraded the industrial workshop at Zomba Central Prison, installing state-of-the-art equipment to support diverse trades such as carpentry, tailoring, and fashion design. He said similar developments are underway at Maula Prison, where construction of another modern industrial workshop has commenced. Mecca further appealed to the public and other stakeholders to support the initiative by purchasing prison-made products, which he described as high quality and affordable. He also encouraged organizations to partner with the prison service through material support, skills development programs, and employment opportunities for ex-inmates.
Has stepped up efforts to improve rehabilitation activities across all the prisons in Malawi. For instance, we have upgraded the industrial workshop at Zomba Central Prison with state-of-the-art equipment for different trades like carpentry and joinery, fashion design, and of course other trades. Equally, we have started the construction works at Maula Prison for yet another modern industrial workshop. It's our appeal to members of the general public and of course other key stakeholders that they should come and buy these products. The products that we are making at these workshops are of high quality, at the same time affordable.
He emphasized that providing work and reintegration opportunities for reinformed offenders is key to national development, as many of them return to their communities equipped with valuable skills that can contribute to Malawi's socio-economic growth. The Malawi Prison Service has since reaffirmed its commitment to transforming prisons into centers of skill development and rehabilitation rather than mere confinement facilities. For Luntha News in Lilongwe, this is Judith Organ.
The Light of Youth creative organization, LOICO, has announced its readiness to host this year's NASFirst International Youth Cultural Festival, a platform designed to bring together young people from different countries to share and celebrate their cultural values. According to LOICO Executive Director James Kitchen, the festival will provide an opportunity for African youths to showcase their talents while promoting the rich diversity of cultures across the continent. Kitchen say the event will also help strengthen unity and understanding among young people through cultural exchange. Emmanuel Chiwocha filed this report.
Kitcheni highlighted that Malawi, known as the warm heart of Africa, because of its friendly people, scenic beauty, and diverse traditions, provide an ideal setting for such international cultural gathering. He added that the country's rich cultural heritage and traditional dances will be among the key attraction during the festival. In an interview with Luntha television, Kitcheni said the organization recognized the importance of preserving and promoting cultural identity, describing culture as a powerful symbol that defined both people and nations. He further noted that NAFest will serve as a platform for cultural learning, where participants will have the chance to exchange ideas, build friendship, and deepen appreciation for their respective heritage.
Light of Youth Creative Organization is an initiator of NASFest International Youth Cultural Festival. This is our 17th edition. NASFest has been happening every year since 2009. Since then, we have been organizing the festival from within Malawi and outside the country. We normally invite other countries, Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, but this time around, we are targeting and involving almost more than 15 countries.
The NAFEST International Youth Cultural Festival, scheduled to take place from April 26 to May 3, 2026, with several countries, including Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, and South Africa, already confirming their participation. The festival will not only promote cultural diversity, but also inspire the youth to take pride in their roots and use art and culture as a tool for unity and development across Africa. For Luntha News, this is Emmanuel Georgia.
In news from across the borders, doctors in Gabon say a new single-dose malaria treatment could help curb the disease growing resistance to existing drugs. Led by Dr. Ghislaine Mombongoma at the Medical Research Center of Lambaréné, researchers tested a one-time treatment combining four widely available anti-malarial compounds: sulfadoxine, pyrimethamine, artesunate, and pyrrolidine. The new drug cleared malaria parasites in 93% of patients, matching the success of the standard 3-day regimen. African News report read by Fales Chizombe.
As malaria mortality rises, we need solutions now, said Mombongoma. So we thought, why not make the most of existing anti-malaria drugs? For many Gabonese, malaria remains a constant struggle. Libreville resident Julicia Fono says the disease keeps coming back despite preventive measures. According to Gabon's National Malaria Control Program, the country recorded more than 154,000 cases in 2024, with children under 5 most affected. Program official Hughes Ronel Esangangomo calls malaria a major public health program. The single-dose approach could help improve treatment compliance, reduce resistance, and make malaria care more accessible in Africa's most affected communities.
From international news, we move on to sports news. The Malawi Poor Association MAPA has announced a 36 million sponsorship partnership with Castel Malawi Limited, a significant step in advancing the sport of pool across the country. Confirming the development, MAPA Technical Director Sheriff Kisimisi expressed appreciation to Castel Malawi for its dedication to fostering the growth of the game. Patrick Pupa reports.
Kisimisi described the partnership as a timely intervention that will help professionalize pool tournaments and strengthen the association capacity to organize competitive events nationwide. He further pointed out that the sponsorship will not only boost the tournament, but also motivate players to take the sport seriously.
Since we had such kind of a sponsorship, maybe it was in 2012-13, when by then it was called Casbec Malawi. Yeah, we had the same sponsorship, but you know, those days the sponsorship was like maybe 5 million. Yeah, but now we are very grateful to Castel Malawi. After we wrote them a proposal, they've been inviting us for meetings, pleading with them to get back the sponsorship, and we are very glad to announce that our proposal was finally confirmed, and we've managed to get the sponsorship.
A 36 million sponsorship will cover tournaments, logistics, prizes, branding, and promotional activities over a specified period. The sponsorship is for a 1 year. For Luntha News, this is Patrick Pupa.
That sports news report by Patrick Pupa on pool sponsorship by Castel marks the end of the bulletin. The headlines once again. Pope Leo XIV calls on parents to protect children and adolescents from AI manipulation. Luntha TV videographer Michael Scott Mwase to be laid to rest in Nkata Bay on Friday. Federation of Disability Organizations in Malawi FEDOMA calls for deliberate employment measures for persons with disabilities. In international news, Gabon researchers test promising single-dose malaria treatment. In a world grappling with the ethical challenges of technology, the call to invest in our children's future in the pursuit of economic dignity for all, we are reminded that our faith calls us to protect human dignity, promote the common good, and always seek the light of truth. On that note, we remember our departed colleague, Scott Mwase. May the angels lead him into paradise. May his soul rest in eternal peace. I'm Kathy Matura. For the entire Luntha TV team, thank you for choosing us. Goodbye for now.